welcome to Freshly Served, the Healthy Vegan Cooking Show. I'm Heather, and tonight we're going to make a summer rice salad. Now, most people have probably made a pasta salad, but you can do the exact same thing with a whole grain. Tonight I'm going to do that with some long grain brown rice mixed with some wild rice. I like to mix the wild rice in because it's quite a bit more expensive than the other types of rices, and it also is a little bit chewier. It's nice to mix it in with some soft long grain brown rice. So that's what I've got cooking here, and it's almost done. So I'm going to get my vegetables together, and what I'm going to do in this rice salad is I'm going to mix some vegetables along with some fruits into this rice salad. So for those of you who are concerned about food combining, if you get a lot of gas when you combine fruits with grains, just leave the fruit out and make it a nice vegetable rice salad. So what I've got is a yellow pepper, a tomato, some celery, an apple, some parsley, and then some raisins and some dried apricots, which I quite like. Now, before I start with that, what I'm going to do is put the dressing into my bowl. If you make the dressing in the bowl you're going to put your food in, then you can have it all ready to go before you start throwing stuff in. And also it saves you dishes, so you don't have to mix your dressing separately and then put it on. So because this has got some fruit in it, I'm going to make a sweet dressing, and I'm just going to put some apple juice. And I'm using some nice apple cider, which is not alcoholic. It's just the first pressing of the apple. There's some sediment, there's some apple, bits at the bottom of the jar, which I'm fine with. And then I've got some tamari, and I've got about 1/4 cup of apple juice to 2 tablespoons tamari, because the tamari is quite strong and salty. And in this recipe, you'll notice I'm not going to use any salt because the tamari acts as the salt to bring the flavors together. So now that I've got this in my bowl, I'm going to start chopping up the vegetables. Alright, all of the vegetables chopped up and in the bowl with the dressing. Next, I'm going to throw in the apple, and I'm a bit of a fruitaholic. I love fruit. Pineapple is my absolute favorite, and if I lived in a place where pineapple grew naturally, I would definitely be throwing some pineapple here instead of the apple, or maybe with. And I would probably use pineapple juice instead of apple juice to go along with that. And to be honest, I do that occasionally. I break down. But I try to do things on a more sustainable level. So once you get everything in here, just give it a toss around and get that dressing coating this beautiful food. And I'm going to toss this twice, once with just the vegetables and fruit, and then when the rice is done cooking, I'm going to toss it in after. And that's not just because I love to toss. It's because the grains absorb the dressing really, really quickly. So if you put the grains in here first, they're going to soak up all the dressing. There's going to be nothing left to coat the vegetables. But if you do the vegetables first, it's going to coat the vegetables, and then when you throw the rice in, the vegetables will also coat the rice. So it'll make just, that much yummier. Now, I was going to mention, for those of you who don't know what tamari is, it's basically soy sauce. Tamari is usually a naturally fermented soy sauce, as opposed to soy sauce is not always naturally fermented. Sometimes it's done chemically. So I always go for tamari, but if you have a soy sauce that's done nicely, go for it. Now I'm also going to throw some sprouts in here because Phil has a little bit of a sprout mania going on in the corner here, and since we have so many beautiful sprouts, I want to eat some. So I'm just going to throw those in. My rice is almost done cooking, and then we'll be set to go. Check out all the color in this bowl, and I love it not just because it makes it visually appealing, which consequently makes it more appetizing, so people want to eat more of this beautiful, healthy vegan food, but also the part of the plant that makes it different colors gives it different nutrients. So different vitamins, different minerals, different flavonoids, and different phytonutrients All of these work together to make things work in your body so that your body can digest and absorb and use all of these nutrients. That's the reason that whole foods are so much better than vitamins, because they're like a little team going to work together in your body. So my rice is almost done. We're just going to toss it in and ready to serve. All right, there we go. Rice is tossed in there with the vegetables and perfectly dressed. I'm not going to serve mine up just yet because Phil and I are going to take ours down for a picnic by the water. We have a little bench there that we like to pretend is a restaurant. And depending on which street performer is out on that night, we either get steel drums, a one-man folk band, or a guy who dresses up as Darth Vader and plays the violin. So we'll see who we get tonight. I hope you enjoy your dinner. You can find the recipe for this at healthyveganrecipes.net. I'm Heather, and this is Freshly Served.